As of late, the vast majority of the discussion encompassing the Chevy Corvette has concentrated on the Z06 and the bonkers new ZR1. While those supercharged models are great, at times the base Stingray feels ignored. 7 Days with One gave us a decent notice of what makes Chevy's leader sports vehicle so respected. The most critical choice on our test vehicle was the Z51 execution bundle. In the event that you care about driving, it's an unquestionable requirement to have choice. Redesigns incorporate a retuned suspension, greater rotors, an electronic constrained slip differential, a multi-mode exhaust, new rigging proportions, a back spoiler and a dry-sump oil framework. Different alternatives on our vehicle incorporate the great magnetic ride control, the performance data recorder and the second lieutenant trim bundle, warm seats, divide, an updated sound framework and a heads-up showcase. Senior Editor, Green, John Belt Snyder, the Corvette's motor is amazing. It is particularly responsive amidst the rev run. It's not all around rev glad. You need to work with it a bit to wring out all the power, which is a fun and drawing-in test. When you begin making sense of how to drive this Corvette the correct way, it turns out to be too fulfilling. I didn't care for the awkwardness of the shifter, however. It's not as material, and in this way not as exact, as it could be. Additionally, transforming both move paddles into a selector to turn rev coordinating on and off appears to be pointless. Preferably they were gone, and I could simply press a catch. I likewise wish the rev coordinating setting didn't reset each time you kill the vehicle. In the event that I need it on part of the time, I most likely need it on constantly of the time. What's more, the infotainment framework is scarcely usable. It's laying frequently inert. My recommendation is to simply disregard it and appreciate whatever remains of the driving background. When you take a gander at the Corvette in littler lumps, taking care of, execution, comfort, innovation, plan, you get many outcomes that together don't average out to anything stupendous. Be that as it may, by one way or another this vehicle is something far more prominent than the whole of its parts. There's a great deal to like about the Chevy Corvette, however it likewise has a lot of characteristics. In the like class, the styling still looks brilliant. It's fresh, forceful and tight. What's more, by one way or another, even with a Z51 performance package's huge front lip spoiler, I never had an issue scratching it around town. It additionally has a stunning measure of freight space. When I stacked up my pooch for an excursion throughout the end of the week, she bounced past the front seat and into the bring forth zone and saw me like she was settled and prepared to go. I previously had my knapsack, a major sack of puppy nourishment and a couple of different miscellaneous items back there. Obviously next to style and common sense, there's execution, as well. The motor makes dazzling commotions, and it has sharp throttle reaction. The 7-speed manual snaps and triggers with a light flick of the wrist, and the directing is exact if marginally numb. The skeleton is planted and imparts much more certainty than the effectively noteworthy Camaro. In any case, maybe the most astounding piece of the Corvette is the way that I had the ability to get its 6.2-liter 460-pole V8 to return more than 30 miles per gallon reliably on the parkway. In addition, the suspension gives a smooth ride. On the off chance that just the vehicle were calmer inside, the tire and street thunder begins to wear on you after some time. In any case, presently we go to the ungainly parts. The inside is beginning to feel somewhat boring and dated. Also, in case you're a bigger individual like me, it's somewhat confined from all sides. My temple was generally at indistinguishable range from the windshield header. Blind spots are downright awful to the back. Be that as it may, maybe the most grievous piece of the vehicle was the solid smell of glues and paste, a symptom of the fiberglass development.